$50,000 every year or $1 million now? Which would you choose? If you had two options, you would like to have $1 million now, or you want to have $50,000 for the rest of your life. What would be your option? Well, let's say you do this for imaginary sake, and you do have that option to choose. Which would you choose? Well, this is $50 bill, and this is the $100 bill. You see, it's just a little more zeros, isn't it? But how do you see those two options? Well, it's not just zeros, but just to give perspective, I just want to show you. It's just these with a little more zeros. But something, this is only one time right now versus this 50,000 every year for the rest of your life. Which would you choose? Well, you can write in the comments below what you would do, just like as exercise for yourself, imaginary, and then compare yourself like 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, because your money skills and how you look at things may be very different then, because time changes, you change, and risk changes, a lot of things. With that, it's not so easy actually, because there's no right or wrong, because one thing, something right for someone else may not be right for you, and actually in a way it just shows your priorities. It's all about that. It just shows your priorities. What does it mean to you, and what's your priority? And also a little bit of skill set, because sometimes you may not be very skilled about some financial concepts like compound interest, investment returns, risk, and all those things. There are many things at play when this you choose and what you do with it, including inflation, because even inflation adds up and you're losing your value. And it's everybody wants to do what's best in their interest, but this is just a way to do it. And there's a time value of money in this thing, and opportunity cost and alternative opportunities. So there are a lot of things at play, and that's why there's no easy answer for this. But it's just you try to do it now for yourself, and then later compare later. And the other ways I would say is when you meet somebody successful or somebody who you think is a successful business owner or someone like that, you can ask them and get their perspective, because it's all about perspective. And by just asking this from someone else, you can learn their perspective. Maybe you will see something new, but I'll give you some things to start. One end is like just take all of the money right now and enjoy it, blow it. And the other end is take the lowest risk, like $50,000 per year for the rest of your life, and be conservative and go that route. No, there's no right or wrong. It just shows your priorities, and hopefully, the other way is like invest all of it. Like even whatever you're getting, you're investing all of it. Very conservative. The other way is extreme risk. Very investing in a high risk. So there are different ways and scenarios on how you can do, but hopefully, ideal thing would be you have some budget planning and do it a little bit better for whatever is good for you. If you are somebody having a lot of high debt, interest, loans, all that stuff, you could pay it off. Or if you're somebody running a business, it's very different for you, because you probably are at a different level, you have some experience, and for you, you could probably expand your business with hiring more employees or investing in marketing, sales, investing in new research. There are a lot of things for different people, but in the end, it's all about you and your perspective, and also try to how you're seeing right now, maybe a little better, difference. And also, there's a luck actually, because with investments, nothing is guaranteed. To go back to the initial $50,000 or the $100,000, assuming very low risk of real estate investing with 6% return, which is about $67 a year. So investing $1 million at 6% return is better than $50,000 in one angle, but it's not all the time true, because timing is different, risk is different, and a lot of other things. And some people who have experience in some business, they may want to buy a business, something they understand. That's a better opportunity for them. So there are a lot of other ways to look at it. If you're working in a company where you have an opportunity to invest in your own company, a startup tech company, or any other things like those, that may be better for you with some budgeting, hopefully. But there's no right or wrong. Just do this exercise for yourself and write down below in the comments what would you do with it. Not just choose an option, but what would you do with it. That way you can see how you are right now and also kind of compare with other people. That way you get a different perspective. You don't have to do that, but just a perspective. And also timing, like let's say you're in your 30s or 20s, you have a lot of time left, versus when you're 70 or 80 years, you have very little time. So that's also a perspective to keep in mind, to for yourself, because the same thing, if it's given to you when you're 80 years old, it's probably very different. There's no right or wrong. It just shows your perspectives. Do this thing for yourself, and see what's for you.